Samuel the prophets of some 3,000 years ago spoke these words. Let the name of God be blessed forever and ever. The wisdom and power belongs to Him. It is He who changes the times and the epochs. He reveals wisdom to wise men and knowledge to men of understanding. It is He who knows all wisdom. Father, we do acknowledge You. There are many decisions, Lord, that need to be made. In our human wisdom, Lord, sometimes we do not know. We trust that You will give Your wisdom to these who will be making decisions tonight. We ask that You would watch over our community. It's humbly in the name of Christ we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Please be seated. Okay, we have roll call.
Alderman Prince.
Here.
Alderman Howard. Here. Alderman Bellamy.
Here.
Alderman Messick.
Here.
Vice Mayor Nichols.
Here.
Alderman Elam.
Here.
Now here a motion to approve the minutes for June 4th.
So moved. Second.
Is there any correction? If not, call the roll.
Alderman Prince.
Aye.
Alderman Howard. Aye. Alderman Bellamy.
Aye.
Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elam. Received a letter from the State of Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation Division of Water Resources. And the division would like to thank Dana Douglas, Brian Pennington, and Michael Kesling for their courtesy, willingness to work with the division, and timely responses to division requests. In accordance with the Sanitary Survey Manual, the Manchester Water Department earned 421 points out of a possible 421 points, for a numerical score of 100%.
That's the water department. The honest thing I have is we have a good team. They have conference and I appreciate the confidence. They'll help. I appreciate that. Any comment from citizens? Any citizens? Okay, we'll get into minutes, session minutes.
That's the report.
Can I speak to you about this rescission, sir?
Yeah, when we get to that, I'll let you speak up. Just jumping in the thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, finance. Finance committee.
No report.
Okay. Street.
We didn't have a meeting, I went, George and I talked about getting, what kind of, truck, and I talked to Mayor about that. We didn't kind of talk about that.
Water sewer.
We have a meeting this month, holiday.
Recreation.
Our meeting is next Thursday, July 11th, and just want to remind people that the 4th of July celebration is just 2 days away, and at 7 o'clock we're going to be hosting Burning Las Vegas. So down it's a free concert. Fireworks will take place at 9 o'clock as usual across from there, so we've been really busy at the Parks Department, so we hope you can come down and join us for this.
Tourism. Planning commission.
The report was kind of be involved in resolutions.
Transportation. Yeah. Corporate zone.
We can have that.
Okay. What do you got next? Okay, we'll get into orders and resolution.
First thing on your agenda is a resolution approving a contract with the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation to install restrooms and lights at the Manchester soccer complex at an estimated cost to the city of $336,000. Total project cost is $672,000.
Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second. Is there anything on it? Is there any motion?
Alderman French. Alderman Howard. Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elam.
Next thing on your agenda is a resolution annexing 2 and 2,500 acres of property owned by J.J. Manchester LLC from Hospitality Boulevard and Plan of Service. They have contacted Mr. Singh and asked to put that on next month. What we got things regarding the same. Next thing is a resolution authorizing acceptance of project diabetes grant amount of $450,000 for renovation of Riverview School, construction of the park, greenhouse, and outdoor recreation center on the Riverview School property, impose a continuing management obligation of the city of Manchester.
Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Is it, raise the number?
Can you tell me how much the continuing management obligation to the city of Manchester is going to be? And what's involved in that?
Well, once the renovation is done, we'll probably have to have maintenance presence over there in terms of mowing and taking care of the grounds, the playground, and building. Hopefully we'll have individuals or farmers market come in there and manage that portion of that.
So will you be using the inside
Yes.
of the school? Are you going to use the whole school?
Not necessarily. That's part of the assessment, is to see that and to talk with Coffee County Schools, because they do use the portion of the building right now for storage. I don't know, again, what they're going to want to do as a partnership, and we don't necessarily, the money may not go that far to renovate the whole inside, just for what uses we have.
So will we be responsible for the upkeep of the whole school?
I don't know that until I can talk to Coffee County Schools and get an agreement worked out. We really know who has responsibility for what.
Would be in the city building or the city using under control, would we be responsible for asbestos?
That's what the grant money will be for, is to, as part of the renovation, is to remove that.
To get rid of it?
Yes.
So it would be asbestos free when this is done?
Yes.
County building.
It's the city schools and the county schools.
Let's vote on the deed or just, yeah.
That building from Austin District to our historical society, just put out a book for us, references that building, pretty nice.
Is there more discussion on it? Call roll.
Alderman
Excuse
French.
me, but I have a request. We're sitting back here and we are not catching all of that conversation. Is there any chance you can crank up the volume?
Thank you. I was just going to say, we can't hear you, it's just mumbling. So,
You sound like
your
you're-
microphones, but we can't hear anything. If you're agreeing on it or even what you're saying, we don't have a clue.
Okay. Yeah, speak loud.
Speak louder, microphone.
Speak louder.
Thank you.
Some of us are older.
Okay. All right. Okay, call roll.
Alderman French.
Aye.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick.
No.
Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elam.
In ordinances, the first thing I have is second reading of an ordinance to allow for the partial payment of real property taxes. Discuss that, I know we've talked about some thresholds, but I don't think we
We
ever
had that all pretty quick, we just not thing, right?
Yours,
Should I withdraw that?
We took the thresholds. We talked about taking the thresholds out. We just haven't.
So take this off.
Yeah, it'll still need to be approved second.
I'll make the motion.
Yeah, second.
Second.
Do Discussion? Is there any discussion?
If we vote this in, and you change it, is that going to affect it? Do we need to wait to change before we vote on it?
It doesn't change anything.
As written, it allows anybody to make a partial claim process.
That's what I'm sorry.
Is there any discussion? Any more? Call roll.
Alderman French.
Aye.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elo.
Next thing on your agenda is the first reading of an ordinance zoning 2.25 acres owned by J.J. Manchester LLC as C2 commercial. Since we deferred the annexation, that'll need to be deferred to next month too. Next thing is first reading of an ordinance amending portions of Title 14, Chapter 6 of Manchester Municipal Code relative to minimum lot requirements.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion.
A second.
Okay. Is there discussion on it?
This passed unanimously through the planning commission after great explanation by Director Sane, and it changes, it kind of makes everybody's backyard a little bigger. Anywhere that this affects existing neighborhood, there's transitional lot that is being adjusted to make sure that it doesn't impact the person next door to the new development. It all seems like it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Positive recommendation.
Any more discussion? Call roll.
Alderman French.
No.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elo.
We got some appointments that we need to make on this historical zone mentioned. We got two names.
Jimmy Ryan and Gary Knight.
Okay, well, everybody know them, they the only two that put in. You want to just do both of them at the same time?
Just as easy. I'll make a motion.
Okay. Is there discussion on it?
It's going to be active.
Call roll.
Alderman French.
Aye.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elo.
And then we've got a appointment for Duck River Utility.
What?
Alan Howard's on that, he chose to be reappointed on that. And, James Will, he, the only one that do that. So,
Make a motion.
okay, any discussion on it?
Alderman French.
Aye.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elo.
Okay, the last thing on there is public works. 6 or 7 months ago, George had been acting as director, and I made him permanent probably a month ago, but we hadn't voted on George. So I need to get a motion to make George.
Second.
Some discussion on George? All right.
Alderman French.
Aye.
Alderman Howard.
Aye.
Alderman Bellamy. Alderman Messick. Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Elo.
Okay. Old business. That is old business.
I just wanted to bring up, on the square here, there's going to be a new museum that's opening up. The Historical Society is a lot of work in that. It's going to be pretty neat, so I'd really
like everybody go out and take a look at that. I think it opens on the 4th of July.
Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Thursday, 4th.
Okay.
So that, I just know that this has been months and months and months of work, and, the tourism commission partnered with them on some of it. I'm excited to see something like this take place. It's a great use of the space. I just want to encourage everybody. And of course, there's going to be an ice cream social on the square at the same time Thursday. I believe it's going to be early forward, I believe. And then of course, the 4th of July, it's down at the road. Sorry.
I make a motion that we drop the greenway going from the conference center through Monterey.
I'll second that.
Okay.
I like to turn our comment time over to the citizens.
Okay.
I couldn't saw you a couple weeks ago. I'm Charlotte Christian, and I live where that petition, where the parkway's where the greenway's gonna start at. I'm the first house there. You know, we've been living in that same location. My parents lived there for 55 years. And they wanted to put this greenway there a long time ago, and they didn't want, my parents are deceased now. I don't want it. And the problem is, I found out about the greenway from a guy at work that told me about it. And that was on March the 22nd on a Friday. I go down there and look at my property, and there are stakes all up and down my land. Nobody asked me anything about it. Nobody asked permission to be on that land. And it's posted, no trespassing. And not only on mine, but it went all the way up the river. So I went to every house at that river and talked to everybody. No one came from the park or anywhere else to talk to me. So on that Monday, I came and talked to the mayor. Asked him about it. He said they were putting this extension of the greenway down through there. And I don't know where y'all came from, but I was raised, you don't go get on people's land just to go do what you want to do. I don't know who Monty Gamble is, but that's not the way you treat people where I come from. You just don't go get on people's land. Not only did she do this once, but she called me again on, she talked to me on the 25th of March and told me about they were going to do this. But at the time she said this is going to be a survey. Actually, she said environmental survey. Well, I go down here and I told her then, you don't have a right to be on my land. So she calls me back again on April 2nd and asked me about getting on my property again. I flat told her no. But when I come home 2 days later, they had rerouted another route on my property. I had to turn it and they told me to take them down and I took them down. Because you just don't do this to people in this community. You think you can run this town and do what you do without somebody asking. Maybe y'all do that, but I don't think these people up and down this road or where we live. So I go do a petition. I get 40 people to sign this. And not one of these people that she went and talked to, except Mrs. D. Ford, she threw her off the land twice. Then she went and talked to Ms. Bigdor. It was a 92-year-old woman who has dementia. She never came to me or anybody else that's on this list right here. Now, I know you got a grant for $1.something million, and I know how grants work. You have to use it for what it's specified for. But if she'd done her homework and come and ask everybody before she did it, it might have been a different story. But when you go do what you want to do, I don't believe that's right. Now, all of you sitting up here might think it's okay. You don't live on that river.
I would make the point that the proposal that's on the table right now has nothing to do with the property. It's a completely different phase. So,
Y'all are gonna start, this is why
no, it's going out to the conference center. It's on 2 pieces of property. It goes into Monterey. There's 3 property owners involved. It is not one of your property. That property's been taken on.
I talked to somebody a little higher than you that's sitting in here, and it's not starting on my property, but you're gonna probably want to end it on mine, and it ain't ending or starting.
In 50 years, it may run that piece of property. That's true.
Like I might not be living there, but out there right now I am, and it ain't going there.
I appreciate your concern, but at the same time.
Do you live on that river, sir?
I do live on the river. Actually, I do. And I wish that we could run it behind my property, but at the same time.
Where do you live on that river?
I live on Bobwhite Drive.
Your daddy?
Right up to the Little Duck River. And I've asked the parts, I'm not gonna go down this, but I've asked the parts in the past, is it possible to run in that direction?
Well, you know what, I don't know who the engineers are, and I'm not a builder.
But what I'm telling you is this proposal has nothing to do with your property.
But,
So, and it doesn't. You're not involved in it. Your property's not
Tell me how
involved.
come she comes down there twice and puts stakes on land? she
Because
comes
last
back-
month, we voted
That's
to
where-
go a completely different
Go.
direction.
And they checked it. It's not going on that property.
Okay,
and we apologize, we made a mistake by going, and we're not going through that area. What I'm proposing tonight is I make a motion that we don't go from the conference center through Bonnaroo,
Back towards your property.
because we've got a big gap there that does not connect. We've got a group of people who do not want it. We've got people, I know that, the Powers lady, she's probably 30 years, and she says she will not, she'll probably live 50 years. So right now, we may have another administration who will come in with eminent domain and take, but this group has said we will not take property through eminent domain. Your property will not be touched. We apologize. We made a mistake by coming in, but what I'm saying is I don't want, but the motion I'm making tonight is going from the conference center to Bonnaroo, because most of the people in Manchester will not walk that. And, you know, maybe somebody who comes to the hotel may get out and walk that. All I'm trying to say is there's $300,000. I believe that $300,000 can be used to put lights in our existing greenway. So that's what is up. And you know, even the two people who own the land, Bonnie will contact them. If it goes through, she will contact them. She will not show up we will not have people showing up on the land without telling people. And we apologize. It was a mistake. We're sorry we did it. And that, it was just a mistake. Bonnie was out of town. Bonnie had a loss of her son. Her son had passed away. She was going through a stressful time, and it was a mistake, and we do apologize.
Ms. Howard, I said that, but you know what? You're not going to be done this. She is.
Well, she was just going through a hard time.
You don't need to speak for her. She's a grown woman. She's got a good job in town. She's trying to run the city. And the thing about it is, they might not be going through my property right now, the way she handled it, and everybody up here should be aware of the way she handled it. It's wrong.
I tell you
Your
this.
husband's a big businessman. Your husband wouldn't do something like that, because I know him.
She saved every citizen of this city thousands of dollars in taxes every year, doing what she does. So I just like you to take that into consideration also.
That's fine. I got a soccer field across from the road. And it's got Porter John's out there. Why don't you take that money and build a nice concession stand bathrooms?
It was the first time I
We just done that.
We just done that, just did.
Well, that was.
And I voted, and I
And
voted
you bought
against
that land, and that was floodland.
And I voted against that. I was the only one who voted against that all those years ago. And ever since there, I've supported it ever since. I mean, listen, I just asked you to move on. It was a mistake. But the proposal tonight is zero to do with the problem. Zero.
Well, I hope I don't find your mistakes down there, sir.
You don't need-
You're saying something.
Can I ask something of Mr. French? Mr. French, are you Steve French's son that lives? Tell me exactly where you live, because I might, or I have lived, I don't know that you live.
I live on 74 Walnut Drive is where I live.
And you're connected over where the Powers live, Betsy and Charles.
Yes. What, again, what's the relevance of it? This project has.
Well, you're the one that said I live on Duck River, and you don't live on Duck River.
I live on Little Duck River, yes I do. It's in my backyard. 74 Wildlife Drive, the meeting's over, come have dinner with us. I'll invite you to it. And we'll
I've come to see you since I live there too.
I just have clarification. We're under the assumption that the greenway is coming down her property, directly property, my property. You said it's not doing that.
No.
Would somebody tell us where exactly that greenway is being proposed to go at this time?
So the current proposal has a trailhead to start behind the conference center, and possibly connect up through where Starbucks is and all the way back to that property. And then it will cut through, and again, there's no plat, so I don't want to speak out of turn. It could be 3 property owners, it could be 2. And then it would cut all the way through Bonnaroo and end out on Bushy Branch Road, and with a secondary trailhead there. So that's where, or I should say, old Bushy Branch Road. So that's just to give you some geographic.
So let me get this then. These 2 greenways, the one running through the city park and the one by the conference center, will not be connected.
They were
As of right now.
You're talking 2 separate greenways. Greenway 1, Greenway 2.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Never to be connected through our properties.
Not right now. Not right
Not
now.
right now.
In the next 100 years, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody here is in consensus of no.
Well, if there's 6 people up here that have voted eminent domain, then you don't have a choice.
Let's
There's
read,
not.
let's
And
read the
we
rules
passed
for
all
eminent
this.
domain.
Yeah, you're a greenway.
I think you would be confused on eminent domain.
Yeah, that. Because it has to be something.
There's no reason for it.
No, there isn't.
I'm telling you legally we can. If there's 4 votes right now.
Well, legally, I can go get a bunch of biologists and come down there, there's a lot of stuff in that river that's endangered.
Most of the river in the country.
That's
I
right.
do too, absolutely.
We're not. I mean, you know,
But we've done environmental studies, and we've crossed it in every other greenway situation too. We're arguing to meet points, I'm telling you. We're not.
yeah, but see, you're not giving a no answer. That's a wide thing when you say right now,
I
right
can't give you
now.
no answer, because in 50 years, I'm not gonna be on this board.
I hope not.
And if the board comes
I'm
up
not
here,
re-election.
you're not gonna have an opportunity. But if the board comes back up here, and they elect to do this phase, I mean, with all due respect, there may be a whole new group of people in here in 25 years that are asking for this. Just be open-minded about it. I understand you don't want it. We get it. We chose as a board to move on to a different elected, a different direction completely.
You know, Mr.
Because we didn't want,
President.
no, let me finish, please. Because we said we weren't going to eminent domain, so we moved on. And that's all I'm saying tonight is this is a completely different project. That has absolutely nothing to do with your properties right now.
Yeah,
It just
but
doesn't.
Can we read the
First
eminent
thing-
domain rule?
The whole thing is, all this is done in a big secret.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, y'all sit there and tell me, like, I don't know, you come across from the other side.
It was in that.
You did not look the right way.
Yeah.
It's not going, it's not going that way.
You want to charge.
I mean, I get it, you want to argue, but the fact is, it's not going
Okay,
that way.
let's go back to, we got a,
That's what I'm going to say in a second, as far as discussion. I do not think that we have done the environmental study as far as what's in that river.
No.
I do not think, when we say $300,000, I do not think that that will touch all of what we have, what we spent. I do not think that it will increase bringing people to the conference center. I do not think it will bring hotels, they will come anyways. I think that, you know, we can say, well, you know, it's not a business, and it's not a business. But if the economy dips, I've heard people say, well, we may have to lay off employees, we may have to raise taxes. I cannot look at any employee, and I've heard people say, we've probably got too many. We do not have too many employees. We have great employees. That $300,000, the more we save, we can put it on our employees. We can put lighting, we can put lighting on the existing greenways. $300,000 where I come from is a lot of money. And I don't think $300,000 will touch it. I talked to Jeff Quaylar today. He said that he, you know, he would let it come through his property, that would have to map it out for future development if they start having the events. And I understand that, because if we would not let just anybody run through our property without having them out there, there will be no money coming from Bonnaroo. I honor Bonnaroo. They have brought money into our city, but we're talking at least $300,000 that's going from the conference center, that's going through Bonnaroo, and I don't know how many people in the city is going to walk through that hot places of Bonneville. And I think $300,000 could do a lot, at least put it into a school system. And I sit here and I appeal to my board that we consider $300,000 is a lot of money that we could put on lighting for greenways. We will have a greenway that will be an area that yes, I can walk when I go to the park, go to the park and places like that. But there's other people out there. It is not, I live in that area. I have a farm in that area. Probably would be an advantage for me personally to have a greenway that's going out to Bonnaroo. But for $300,000, I appeal to the people on this board to knock this in the head tonight. That's all I got to say.
Any more discussion? Yeah, I got one. So, everything that Marilyn said, the gist of it, I'm agree with. The vote we voted on earlier was the continuous greenway. Middle Park's been taken away. Now we've got the end out here. I don't think it'll be used quite as much by the citizens as it will be by visitors, but I think it's awesome to have visitors. Is there any way we can put wording in there that, and this is probably the only way I'll support it, is if we can make somehow call it a partnership, some way with tourism, without numbers, but a partnership with tourism, Bonnaroo, and the city of Manchester. I'll support that. But all of it on Manchester, I'll put it on.
Monroe said, Jeff Pillar said he would put no money in.
Well, then we talked to Bonnie, and she said that there might be some money for that. So, and I'll take Bonnie to word that we'll work on that.
But that money that he says he's not putting, he could put in lighting of the existing greenway. And we have every time we add something, we have to have a mower. We have to have more equipment. I have a two-yard lot, and it costs the money that we spend to maintain that. Every time we add more land to our lot, it costs maintenance. And if he says that I will donate from partners, put it on the light of the greenway, put it on maintenance of the rec center. We have so much that we need to maintain that not just the city of Manchester uses, the county uses. There is maintenance, there's pool maintenance, there's money that's going to, this economy is going to drop one day. Yes, people may go broke, we may have to lay off people, we may have to. I don't want to do that. I do not want to do that. I want to be in a position that we're strong enough that we keep our people. And that's what I'm saying.
Well, instead of knocking it in the head, would you amend the motion or however that works to say that we do it for partnership?
We do that. I don't speak to that. I don't think there's ever been any resistance to that whatsoever. There's not. When you and I talked about it, I said, that over a 4-year period, there's got to be a way to get partners. And one of the elements into that we're not even talking about is park partners, which is an additional partner. Now, Bonnaroo is going to say we're not putting money into it. And Jeff Whitewater, with all due respect, is on the Bonnaroo business side of things. He's not on the Bonnaroo Works Fund. Bonnaroo Works Fund is an official 501c3.
Let's just say partners. I don't care. We don't have to name partners. We can say, we have to say partners.
Okay, we can knock.
Partnership.
Okay, we can knock it. My motion, and someone else gets put stack on top of it. My motion is I move that we knock it in the head tonight.
I will vote just straight on.
This is no,
We talked.
My thing is, if you're a businesswoman, and somebody's gonna give you spend $300,000 and you're gonna get one million, you're gonna tell me you wouldn't do that business deal? Would you do that business deal?
Okay, I can tell you.
For the citizens of Manchester.
Okay,
I understand there's citizens here that are upset, and I'm upset with the way it was handled too, for those people. That it was the wrong way handled. And for Bonnie's defense, she's never done that. It's always been city's property. So she doesn't know how to handle it, and I'm sorry for the citizens of Manchester. She did not know how to handle that situation, and that's her fault. That is her fault. She did not know how to do it, okay? So that's our fault as a city, and I'm sorry for you guys. But we're not coming through your property. That's not what we're here to talk about tonight. But if you're a businesswoman, you're trying to save the citizen the most money and get the best bang for the buck. That you're a businesswoman.
Okay.
If you can spend $300,000, and it's a partnership. We've had people that said that tonight that are on a tourism. They're going to help out. So you're not going to spend the $300,000 out of city's fund balance or whatever we're going to spend, and you're going to get $1 million. You wouldn't take that deal. Because I'm in business a little bit. I'll take that deal all day if somebody can spend $300 and get it.
I can take this, sitting right here in front of me.
Common sense is what I ran on when I ran for this office, and I'm still going to stick by the common sense.
I mean, I realize the city is run different. That's it.
It is, but it's still
But
common sense.
there was a situation where at the stroke of a pen, we were offered $5 million. And we could have got good, so-called good deal. But it would have cost us in the long run. We would have to have lost employees. And we said no deal. We said no deal. It was not good for the whole of our company, and we said no deal. We have turned down opportunities as a business, in business.
Good for the city.
But you
For
know,
the citizens,
well, let's just, I mean, listen, we walk away as friends.
That's just I got a chance. I took about 3 seconds to do my talk, so let's go.
But, you know, although my very last point is I don't really need television on this entire thing. Like I said, everybody that's here, I respect how that situation was handled and their feelings towards it. I do.
Yeah,
I would feel the same way, no doubt about it. But let's not lock it and say, okay, it's going to be on the end of Bushy Branch Road, so this middle is inevitably you guys. Because it's not. We've talked about we could go all the way up Bushy Branch Road, out Ragsdale. There's communities out there. We could tie into Beans Creek Winery. We could tie into neighborhoods that could potentially develop off of exit 110. There's so many things that we can do, and we're not here to make those decisions tonight. What we are is creating an opportunity for someone to make those decisions in the future. And again, with all due respect, when the rec center was coming up, I almost verbatim heard someone say, no one's gonna ever bring a business here because we've got a rec center. Now go out and talk to those folks in the industrial park, and every single one of them, one of the first things they're gonna tell you about is our state-of-the-art recreation facility. It wasn't a popular investment at the time necessarily. It wasn't people that had some forethought. This is very similar to that, in my opinion. And I have no argument that we need to partner on these things. We need to partner on more things. And that's where this is just creating opportunity for the next several years.
Well, I move that we knock it in the head.
Marilyn, we had that partnership idea. That was a great idea.
Nobody came up with partnership. Nobody told us.
Hold it down if you want to, or whichever one,
But nobody came, a whole,
that's
I
right.
want to make one statement, Marilyn, that's crucial. There is no free money. It's going to cost you. Marilyn gets this knocked in the head. That stops it from conference center through Monterey. Has absolutely nothing to do with running it to 110 or anywhere else in the city. This motion is to kill it from conference center to Powers Road. You can run it anywhere else except for those folks that don't want it. I agree.
You can't run it with this funding, understand that. That we'll have to turn the money back in.
I know.
I'm just saying, let's make sure we got the facts right. We'll have to turn the money back in.
We'll walk away friends, the whole table, let's go.
Okay, you vote
Call for
on
the question, Mayor.
So you can vote for it.
Well, if it's been done right the first time, we wouldn't be sitting here.
Or you can get it a meeting.
Mayor, it's called for question.
I'll make a motion to amend, vote with the addition of pending creative partnerships. I'll second.
All right, is there any discussion on that?
There's another motion on the table first.
You gotta vote, you can make.
We got a motion, motion first.
We vote on the amendment first.
No, we only amendment, then the motion.
Okay, let's vote on the amendment.
Alderman Prince. Alderman Hall.
No.
Alderman Miller.
No.
Alderman Bassett.
No.
Vice Mayor Nichols. Alderman Evil.
Don't be Mayor.
All right. Vote for it.
So now the vote contains with the language of the partnership.
Yes.
So what about Maryland's motion?
That her motion now contains that partnership language.
Can I make a motion on top of that?
You have it,
Can't you?
Thank you.
I don't think so. We'll vote on the motion.
We voted on the motion.
On the
You
dollar
voted on the
amount.
amendment.
On the dollar amount.
No.
You gotta vote on your original motion as amended, and if it doesn't pass, you
But can I amend it to say that at least $200,000 needs to come from the city of Manchester tosses in money? What if tourism says, I want no?
We just voted on the dollar amount in it. So you can't go up with the amendment, another amendment.
Well, here's the other thing. I don't know, I mean, so if we're going to depend on park partners, they have 4 years to raise money. So if we vote on amendment, that's one thing. But voting on hard cash, they're going to raise the money. See what I'm saying?
So you can commit something.
So park partners, yeah, all right, check. I usually do.
No, as tourism.
Yeah, I don't think that over 4 years, $25,000 a year or something like that in a proposal, I don't think so reasonable. Now, I'm going to say that that's $25,050 committed to the park anyway this year, if we did. But, I mean, yeah, I don't see that to be a problem. That's why I don't know why we're having this discussion to begin with, because we haven't had time. We just had 100,000 people in town for a music festival. Everyone's busy. And we haven't had time to do the plat stuff. We haven't had time to get all the property owners done. The property owners are trying to figure out whether or not we'll get annexation done. There's just a lot going on. I just wish we would slow down and let the process take place. But yeah, I don't see there being a problem. $200,000 is a reasonable ask between park partners and tourism.
We voted. That's it.
No, we haven't voted yet.
Vice Mayor now. Yeah. Is he gone?
He's still outside.
So what do you want to call it?
You want to wait or call for the vote?
That was a good amendment, Al. I mean, that was what we thought.
We had a whole month to come up with, and nobody committed anything.
Well, but I think it's because we're not adopting those laws.
We voted, and,
It's in the motion now. It's in the motion. We're going to, it's a partnership. We didn't say that it's a partnership.
Vice Mayor.
Work out.
Vice Mayor, can I ask a question? And I said this probably has more to do with the sheriff's department. Something I don't quite understand as a Christian. I attend Canvas Community Church, and we did have the people from the jail that could come to church, and then that was discontinued. But at the pool today, with the little girls in their bathing suits and the mamas and everybody else, we have somebody from the jail, a prisoner, walking through there with these little kids. So I have a hard time understanding why we can let prisoners walk through with no kids in bathing suits, going in the bathroom and everything else, on the ball fields, but we tell those prisoners that they can't go to church. Mayor, can you help me with this? Why would we let somebody that in a prison uniform down amongst our little bitty kids in the swimming pool?
I can answer that, because I'll be totally honest, I'm not even aware of that. Because we
Well,
don't,
you have it
so I have
today.
to talk to my maintenance staff. I know that they were outside around the recreation complex, weeding and mowing, getting ready for July 4th. That's the only thing that I know, so I would have to go and ask about that. That is not our policy.
I've seen them down there more than today.
Well, we use them as labor, yes, but they're not out at the swimming pool with people out there, so I'm.
Well, if you're in the rec center, you're in there with these little kids that's running everywhere, Bonnie. If you're ever down there, I've never seen you down there, so I can't testify. The place I've seen you is at my house and trying to get in my front door, and I said no. And I'm just asking, you can't let prisoners go to church, that you're trying to get them to live a Christian way, but you can allow them to run out amongst our kids.
I think you're right, I think certain situations should be supposed to share. They need control of that, but I think.
Well, you guys control the city, the county, whatever, so I'm just asking, that's professional. Those people,
I was trying to say that we don't use them for they don't for sure.
well, they was stopping from the church.
Director Campbell can address that issue. She's aware of it.
But they're down there with children on the ball fields and everything like that. If they got to do something, then it should be done when those children are not present. I don't think that's a very good example to set to our small children that I'm being penalized for something, but yeah, and I'm glad they can get out of jail some. But don't take me wrong with that. There is plenty in the city that could be done. My roads are like terrible. And there's plenty that can be done, but it should not be an example for our small children.
Well, I think Chad Park would be one who would handle that.
I have no idea what you're
And
saying. I'm just stating from what I see.
Also, they had a change at the jail chaplain, so I think Chad Park would be the one you would take that to, because he's county.
No, he's county, is he?
Yes.
They control the prisoners.
Well, I'm just saying, you can stop them from doing this, but let them out amongst our little kids. Little weird there, I'm sorry. Thank you.
But Chad Park could answer that, and they had a change at the chaplain.
All I'm saying is they don't need to be around there. There need to be a time set that they do yard work and everything else. And this is done during baseball season and everything else. They should be done around our children.
Okay, now we vote on the
With the amendment, that we're going to kill this project, knock it in the head, unless there's a partnership that funds it. That's the language. Just a clarification.
ready to go.
The vote is on the last one, then?
Yes.
No.
Alderman Bellamy?
No.
Alderman Bassett?
No.
Vice Mayor Nichols?
Yes.
Alderman England?
Oh.
Well, I voted to add the budget to your motion. Pass No, I just.
Hey, I just want to thank y'all for coming. This is what citizen government's all about. Glad you come. I hate that it took an issue to get you up here. Come back next week without an issue. Next month. Come back next week, we won't be here. Thank you for coming.
All right, well, Jerry, we got a deal.
How many people